and welcome back to another City and County's Money Lessons for Kids video. My name is Tori and I'm so happy that you're tuning in with me today. We get a lot of questions around what is a credit union? It's a common question that we get, but it's definitely not one that we get tired of answering here at City and County Credit Union. So you may be asking the same question and wondering, what is a credit union? And especially if you're starting to get an allowance from your parents, meaning you're doing some chores around the house for them, maybe you're helping them clean some dishes or mop their floors, and in return your parents are paying you in cash for saying thank you for helping. So when we get the cash from our parents after doing chores, what are we gonna do with it? Do you think we should put it in a nightstand or underneath our bed? No, we gotta put it in a safe spot. We have to put it in a financial institution. And there's a couple options for that. There's a bank or a credit union. But how do you decide where you wanna put your money? So that's what we're gonna talk about today, is the difference between a bank and a credit union. But before we dive into the lesson, I want you to grab some supplies. The first thing you're going to want to grab is a pair of headphones, especially if there's anyone around you that doesn't want to listen in on today's lesson with us. The second thing that you're going to want to grab is you're going to download the link in the description box below. It's going to bring you to a worksheet activity that we're going to do after the lesson today. And once you download that, go ahead and print it and have it in front of you. The third thing you're going to want to grab is something to write with. It could be a pen, a pencil, colored marker, whatever you'd like to write with works great. Now, pause this video, go grab all your supplies, and once you have all your supplies ready, come back here, hit play, and join me again. Welcome back. Now that you have all your supplies, we're going to talk about the difference between a credit union and a bank. And as I talked about earlier, when you start to get money from your parents for things that you're helping out with around the house, we have to know what to do with that money. So I know for me growing up, when I started to receive an allowance from my parents for helping out with chores, I put it in a big bank because I didn't know anything about credit unions at the time. But as I grew older, I realized the importance of knowing where my money's going and really trusting in and believing in the place that has my money. So when we think about a financial institution, we typically think of a bank, but there's also a credit union. So we need to talk about what the difference is, and it's really important to understand the differences between the two so that you can make the right decision for you. I was first researching what a credit union is, the definition popped up, and the definition of a credit union is a not-for-profit financial cooperative. That's a mouthful, but all those big fancy words mean are that we provide a feel of a community bank. So we want you to really feel like you are at home when you walk in those doors, meaning we want to know about your family. We want to know about your birthday so we can send you a fun birthday gift every year on your birthday, and hint, it's a choice of a stuffed animal or a gift card. And we want to know about all your money questions so we can help you make your dreams a reality. So that is a simple definition of what a credit union is, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper on what makes them so unique in comparison to banks. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the big things that makes a credit union so unique, there are many ways, but one of the biggest is that we are not for profit, and that's in the definition, which means that all the money that's coming in, we do not have a goal of making money from you or anyone else that has an account with us. So when you think of an organizational chart, I'm a visual learner. If you think of the CEO is going to be at the top of the bank, so all the money that's coming into the bank is going to be paid to the CEO first, and then everyone else underneath. But with a credit union, our organizational chart is a little bit different. So when you open up an account, you are actually at the top of that organizational chart. So all the money that's coming into the credit union gets paid to you and our community first. And that's a really big way that we are so unique. But what are some other ways in which we are unique compared to a bank? Well, we also offer a lot of free events and free birthday gifts like I talked about, and some other free prizes that we give out throughout the year. So because we're not for profit, we're able to put on these really fun free events. And one that we recently did was with Sequest Aquarium, and they were an interactive aquarium, so think fish, and they have some other fun animals, and you can actually feed them and hold some of them. So this was a fun event that we put on a few months back where we invited all of our youth account holders. So if you had an account with us, you would be invited to this event for free. And that's just one of the events that we do throughout the year. So these are some fun things that we offer in comparison to a bank, because we really want to give back to you when you have an account with us as a big thank you for just having an account. So those are the biggest differences when it comes to how credit unions are unique. We talked about how not-for-profit, so you are actually at the top of that organizational chart, so we put all that money back into you, and we do that with free events, with a birthday gift, and with some free prizes throughout the year. But maybe you're wondering now, well, banks I've heard have better technology than credit unions. The truth is we have the same technology that a big bank does. So everything from mobile banking to online banking, we offer the same services. Maybe you're wanting to send some money to a friend and you don't want to come into one of our offices to do that. You can actually do that from your phone or your computer with our online and mobile banking features. Both of us do, in fact, offer ATM services, which an ATM is where you can get cash out if you need to make a purchase. And we offer at City and County and other credit unions over 100,000 free ATMs in the United States. That's a big number. And in comparison, banks, the most that they offer for free ATMs is 32,000. So we offer a lot more banks, a lot more ATMs around the United States compared to banks, and that's just an awesome added benefit. But if you're going to take away anything from today, it's that credit unions are so unique in the fact that you are the focus, and in everything that we do, everything that I just talked about, we keep you at that focus because we really do care about you. So now you may be wondering, well, Tori, so you mentioned that I opened up an account and I'm at the top of that organizational chart. So does that make me an owner? Actually, it does. It makes you an owner of the credit union just by opening up an account with us. And you're also called a member. That's why we call you a member owner when you have an account with us. I want to just recap everything that we talked about today by doing an activity together. So I'm going to grab all the supplies now and get them ready for you, and I'll be right back. All right, now I have the supplies for our activity all ready for you. So as you can see on the wall here, we have a picture of two different financial institutions that we've been talking about today. We have a bank and a picture of a credit union. So today I have some pictures that I'm going to hold up for you, and we're going to work through this together, and I want you to help me figure out where this picture should be placed under. Would it make more sense for it to go under a bank or a credit union? So are you ready to help me with this today? Good, all right. So the first picture we have is a picture of 4 different people, and there's a circle around them. So this picture is showing that there is a community. We are all together. And what does this make the most sense to go under? Should this go under a bank or a credit union? Shout it out. Good. If you say credit union, you are right. So as we talked about, credit unions have a community feel compared to banks. Next, I have a picture of a building, which looks like a house, but we're going to have this picture mean a financial institution. So can you help me answer this? Which one is a financial institution? Is it a bank or a credit union? This one's a trick question. Shout it out for me. It's both. You are so smart. So both a bank and a credit union are financial institutions. It's where you keep your money safe. Awesome. Now, our next picture is a picture of money, and this is going to show that they have less fees and they give you more savings and more money back. So which one do you think this picture should go under? Should it go under a bank or a credit union? Remember, I said that this picture means that there's lower fees and there's more savings and money given back to you. So which one do you think it is, a bank or a credit union? Shout it out for me. Good, gosh, you are so smart. It is under a credit union. as we talked about in the lesson today, credit unions offer better savings, lower fees, and more benefits to you. So that is something that when we have you at the top of our chart, we give all that money that comes in back to you and our community. The next picture I have shows a phone here with some money, and this is going to represent mobile deposit and online banking. So which one do you think has online banking and mobile banking? Is it going to be a bank or a credit union? Shout it out for me. Good, gosh, I didn't trick you on this one, did I? This one is actually under both, because both a bank and a credit union have online and mobile banking. Now, this is our last picture for our activity that we're doing together today. It is a picture of a calendar with a star on one of the dates here. And this is going to represent events in our community, and more specifically, free events being provided. So which financial institution provides free events for you if you're an account holder? Is it a bank or a credit union? Shout it out. Good job. So this is actually going to go under credit unions, because as we talked about earlier, credit unions will offer a lot of great free things to you as an account holder, including that free birthday gift that we talked about, some free events, and free goodies. So we're going to put this underneath credit union. Good, and that completes our lesson together. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and then we're going to talk about our at-home activity. All right, we are all cleaned up from our activity together. Thanks so much for your help. I had so much fun. Did you? Awesome, I'm so glad to hear that. So now we're going to talk about your at-home activity. And if you remember at the beginning of this lesson, we talked about how you're going to download that link that's going to lead you to an activity worksheet, and you're going to print that off at home and have it in front of you, along with something to write with. So now is the time that you want to grab those two things and have it in front of you. Here is what the worksheet looks like, and as you can see, it says banks versus credit unions. And if you need assistance from your parents, please feel free to grab them at this time to help you through this activity. But we are going to go through each item on the list here and decide which makes the most sense for what it matches up to. Should it go to a credit union or a bank? So similar to what we did up here together, but you're going to do this at home with your parent or guardian alone. So that concludes our money lessons for kids. Thank you so much for tuning in this month, and we'll see you next month. Bye.